हाय। तो कैसे हैं आप लोग? एनीवेज आई एम बैक। जैसे मैं आ जाती हूँ बेशरम की तरह मुंह उठाकर, बट यू मस्ट हैव नोटिस्ड, आई मीन नोबडी रियली नोटिसेस, बट एनीवेज you should notice that I have in fact changed the name of my YouTube channel. After my YouTube channel is like, I don't know, it was so random. I was posting makeup videos, gaming videos. I'm like, kya karu? What am I supposed to do? Like, I have the same question about my life. Like, what the frick am I supposed to do about my life? I was about to say a bad word, guys, but no. What if my mummy sees this account? Anyways, so a few days ago, I'm pretty sure you guys already know about this because she is going so viral, and she should. She is mother, okay? But the rebel kid, or Apurva, has just uploaded a new YouTube video, I think a week ago or something. एंड वो वीडियो देख के मैं इतनी इंस्पायर हो गई, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Absolutely nothing. But anyways, like, what am I doing with my life? I have जीवन भर का trauma, and I like oversharing. So why not do it in the internet for clout and views? But anyways, yeah, I have so much trauma that I literally had to spin a freaking random wheel picker wala spinning wheel thingy. I think I have about a good 12 or 15 trauma stories. So this is gonna be a playlist if I do know how to make one. If I don't know, then series or something. But yeah, this is part 1 of Rue Spills the Tea, and I am gonna be spilling a lot of tea. And I should not have this much tea or experience or drama in my life as like a, I forgot my age. Anyways, as a 16-year-old, yes, I'm 16-year-old. I did, was that correct English? Yes, I am 16 years old. Years old, right? Not year old, years old. But unfortunately I do. But fortunately for you guys, I like to overshare on the internet. So here I am. I'm gonna overshare on the internet. And no, guys, do not send this to Apurva saying, "Oh my gosh, she copied your idea. Give her a copyright strike." Like, shut up. She's my inspiration, okay? There's a difference between copying and inspiring. Although I do have a story which is quite similar to hers, it is about an ex-boyfriend, and I will spill that not today, not for the first video. I'm gonna keep the best for, like, not the last, but like I'm gonna say that um I forget. Okay, I forget. I keep forgetting. I forget shit. Okay, I anyways, so I don't have a mic yet, so make sure how, like, see how I emphasize on the yet. It's a really big word, yet. But I will get a mic, so you have to like bear with the whole crows, bikes, like meri neighbor ki, whatever, people shouting or whatever, because I have the windows wide open for natural lighting. This is the best lighting, and I'm not turning on my artificial lights when I have natural lighting. So yeah, let's get on with the video, and let's spill some tea. Okay, so I'm back, and right, this is about, I have a lot of relatives ka trauma. Also, I'm gonna be using my iPad as a mirror. No, I'm not flexing on you. I, without my glasses, I'm andhi, and the mirror I have at home is either my bathroom ka mirror, my fridge ka mirror. Yes, my fridge is a mirror. Or like a very small mirror which is not aesthetic at all. I'm gonna work on everything, okay, guys? Like, bear with me. I'm gonna get a mic, I'm gonna get an aesthetic mirror or whatever, but like, bear with me. I'm just gonna use my iPad as a mirror, like the camera as a mirror. Plus this shit is like really big, so it's better for me because like I said, I'm like literally freaking andhi without my glasses. So you will see me doing my makeup like this, okay? So, oh god, my face is like a I knew that was gonna happen. Anyways, right, so I'll show you my whole setup situation at the end of the video, then you'll understand. I am officially andhi. I can see like a blurred out figurine of mine moving around in the camera. Anyways, coming back to the main point. relatives ka trauma. So I have a lot. Like clearly, I feel like every kid, I'm not gonna say Indian kid, I feel like every kid has some or the other trauma when it comes to relatives and shit. And like it's like a, no matter how old you are, or you know, no matter how old you are, or what generation you're in, or what religion, what country you belong to, you will have trauma from your relatives. And it's like a very sad thing, you know, it's like very very sad. Like, but yeah, I am gonna talk about one of the most recent traumas that I had to go through. Also, I do not know how to hold up this big ass iPad, so please bear with me if I'm like literally moving my hands too much or something. But yeah, so one of the most recent traumas I had was with my Maasi, and she's not my actual Maasi, guys. Like, she is my mother's cousin. I think. Okay, never mind. Yeah, she's my mother's cousin. Um, so now my mother grew up with all brothers. She's the only girl in the family. She has two brothers. She has two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother, and she never had a sister, right? But you know, she lived in a joint family growing up, so obviously, like, cousins coming over all the time, and you know the drill, right? Big old families in the Purana generation, families coming over, cousins coming over all the time. Like, the house was practically never empty for her. Like, she would always have one or another क्या बोलते हैं relative over. Like, एक relative जाता था तो और एक आ जाता था. So now, then my mother has this cousin. Okay, I'm not gonna name her, I'm not gonna name anyone in these videos, actually, you know, privacy reasons, so mature I am. But yeah, my mother has this cousin, and she got really close to her because my mother obviously grew up. Have to manage with this because I have to sacrifice the very poor quality background like, I have to sacrifice the poor background noise for the natural lighting. Anyways, weird ass people in my neighborhood, abhi kaun puja karta hai. Anyways, right, so पूरा flow ही बिगाड़ दिया. So my mother, growing up without any sisters, found her own sister. I mean, see, she is the sister in, like, technically she is the sister, like cousin hai. But yeah, so like, she basically, this Maasi of mine is like, my mother treats this Maasi of mine like her actual sister. Like, they will call once a week or twice a week, and they will, like, you know, gossip with each other, like, about everything. And that is, I find it really sweet, because even I have a cousin who literally, very luckily, lives right across from me, and I'm very close to her. पास के अपार्टमेंट में रहती है, so I go over to her place quite often. Like, abhi she has her exams going on, so I cannot. But yeah, I understand why my mother might think that way. I'm a single child. I know she had siblings, but you know, I understand, like, the feeling of wanting a sister. Being a girl and wanting a sister is peak girlhood. I understand her. So now abhi, like, they are super close, obviously, and like I said, they call like once or twice a week, talk about their lives, complain about their lives, the children and everything. So abhi, this Maasi, right, she lives in Ranchi, okay, and she is, I think the last time I saw her was I think my mama's wedding. I don't remember. Yeah, my like, my mom's older brother means my, I call them, like, in Bengali I call them Bodo Mama and Choto Mama, which clearly means, you know, Bada Mama and Chota Mama, whatever. My Chota Mama lives in Bangalore. My Bodo Mama lives in Kolkata only with my Nana Nani. So anyways, so I think my Bodo Mama's shadi was about 8 8 years ago. Yeah, it was 8 years ago. So that is the last time we saw her, and that is literally how we see her, right? She never comes to Kolkata, and she lives in Ranchi. But yeah, you know, we do have like a good, I had in the past tense a good relationship with her. You know, whenever, like, she would call my mother, I would talk to her whatsoever. okay, earrings. Okay, I would talk to her and we would be like, we would talk about random things, like, I would call and be like, hi Maasi, how are you, and we would talk about life, right? Then she ruined it. I think this happened like about, oh, I cannot find my concealer, so I'm gonna have to use my old concealer, which is khatam ho gaya literally, so I'll have to scrape it off. But yeah, so this happened I think about like a month ago, and I am still traumatized, right? I'm like literally still traumatized about it till this day. I think not a month ago, I think older than a month, right? I think 2 months maybe. So I think this happened like 2 months ago. I don't remember the timeline. 1 month, 2 months. Pehle. So pretty recent, right? Pretty recent. So this Maasi of mine, right? So one day, I am just laying in bed with my mother. Okay, and it's like, ऐसे like बैठी हुई हूँ, and my mother in a very serious tone goes, सुन मतलब या, she's like, तुझे पढ़ाई करनी है कि नहीं करनी है? And I'm like, मैंने बोला बहन के ये, this means something is wrong, this means something is definitely wrong. I was like, ऐसे मतलब मैं लेटी हुई थी, I was scrolling on my phone and I'm like, I got up, I stood up and I'm like, की होए like क्या हुआ? She's like, नहीं, you tell me, तुझे पढ़ाई करनी है कि नहीं? And I'm like, हाँ, like obviously करनी है, right? Like obviously I do want to study. And she's like, नहीं मुझे तो नहीं लगता. And I'm like, what's wrong? क्या हुआ? Like, की होए why are you acting like this? And she's like, no, I don't think so, you want to study. And I'm like, brother, what happened? Like what happened? Why is she saying that? मेरा तो फट गया, ठीक है, मेरा फट के हाथ में ऐसे निकल गया, ठीक है, because I know something is up, I know my mother, and I know when she talks like that, something is most definitely up, right? So I'm like, okay, tell me what's wrong, because I cannot just play this whole guessing game ki kya hua, whatever. Okay, so abhi she gets up and she's like, what is this? Okay, and I'm like, what is what? She takes her phone and she goes, pictures of me on my alt spam account, private account. I think I have like 100 or something followers there. I'm very picky about I'm very very picky about my followers. I always like whenever I get a follower, because I see their whole account, see कौन से mutuals है, no mutuals, no accept anything SAS whatever blah blah blah. I don't accept. ठीक है, I think I have 200 or 300 वाला ऐसा message requests. Sorry, not message, like follow requests on my spam account. I'm like, what is this? And she shows me pictures of my account ka posts. ठीक है, it's like basically pictures and I'm wearing clothes, obviously. I'm wearing clothes, but they're a little scandalous, I would say, like, deep neck, a little cropped. I have this picture with a guy friend of mine on that account. I had a picture of a guy with a guy friend of mine in that account. And basically I was wearing a top and it was very like deep neck, like till here. And yeah, so he was just there, right? It was a mirror selfie. And and I had a few scandalous pictures there. Like, it was nothing too bad, it was just deep neck clothes, right? Deep neck clothes. And I'm a heavy person in certain areas, so of course it looks bad, like highlight ho gaya. But I didn't even like think about it that much, because whatever pictures I have there, it's like, I was living the moment, I was having fun with people, so I just posted that, right? I literally just posted that and nothing else. Like, there was no freaking other intentions of it. And so I'm just like sitting there like, what? The genuine reaction, what just happened? Like, genuinely, kya se kya ho gaya? It was a good day, right? I was having a great day with my mother, which I do usually have. I'm back. Anyways, Right, I'm sorry that cut off. I'm pretty sure my storage kind of got full, so I literally sat here and deleted like 200 shit, like 200 videos from my gallery. But anyways, like I was saying, like yeah, I was having a good day with my mother, which I do usually have. But some days, we have our ups and downs. But yeah, it was one of the good days, right? It was literally one of the good days, and I was like, okay, I'm having a good day with her. Suddenly, this bombshell drops, and I'm like, why does this have to happen to me? Like, genuinely, why this has to happen to me? And I remember, I think I had something before or after that. So I really needed to have my phone because, great picture opportunities or whatever. So I was like, ab to gaya mera phone. Like, done. My phone is gone, right? So then I was like, okay, how do I sort this out? I'm thinking like, how do I explain this, right? Because okay, the pictures are scandalous. I cannot like just deny that. Oh, that's not me, because it is me. Like it is literally out. I think I waited too long on this liquid brush dry. Anyways, like I said, it is me. So I really cannot just be like, oh, that's not me. I don't know who that is. So that's not me. But because it literally is me, right? So I'm like, oh god, what happened? Why did this happen? Who sent these? Why me? Why today? Right? Like, why in this timeline? I am just contemplating my whole life at this moment. I'm just like, why do I even exist at this point? Like, why does this shit happen to me? Why do I exist? Blah blah blah. You get the feelings, right? So I sit there and I think, how do I explain myself? How do I come back from this? I cannot. Spoiler alert, I cannot. Pictures forwarded to Papa already. Okay? Forwarded to my dad, all freaking ready. Too late. Too late for anything. I am dead. I'm as good as dead. I'm like, kya karu? What am I supposed to do? I start by apologizing, right? I take the safe route. I'm like, I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't have done this. Like, I'm sorry, like, nobody follows me there, and like, it's like it was only for the moments or whatever, and it was only for the moments or whatever. And she's like, if nobody follows you there, how did I get these pictures, right? How does a relative have them? Like, who gave them to you? She's like, I'm not telling, I'm not snitching. And I'm like, this woman, my own mother, is teaming up against me with whoever this disgusting person is, right? Because like I said, I am very picky with my followers. This person made a freaking fake account and somehow managed to access my alt account. किस लेवल की स्टॉकिंग, किस लेवल की डिस्कस्टिंग स्टॉकिंग स्किल्स कैन यू इमेजिन? Can you literally imagine? My account isn't even public. My account isn't even public. It's private, and like all the people follow me are from school or whatever. How did they get access to my account? And at that point, I'm thinking like, who is this person? Who is this person? Then I go like, I don't even look bad in them. Like, what is it? Like, पूरा खुला हुआ है. Like, you are a shame to the family, you are a disgrace to the family. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like not even thinking. I'm like, who sent these pictures? Because I am about to go through hands with this person, right? Like, what type of a shameless, disgusting person does that? I am 16. Like, mind your own freaking business, you freaking oldie, right? So I'm like at that point I'm thinking like, kaun diya, right? Like, that's my main concern. Like, kaun diya? And my mother is not obviously gonna tell me kaun diya, because she's furious at me. My mother calls my father, right? My mother calls my father and she's like, did you see? And my father is like, yeah, I saw. मेरा वहाँ पे फट रहा था, ठीक है? मेरा वहाँ पे फट के ऐसा मतलब हाथ में आ गया था. I was like, shit. पापा तक चला गया. Shit. Like, I know my life is ruined now, ठीक है? My father एकदम ठंडा, calm, no screaming like my mother. My mother is screaming at me. She's telling me, you've ruined us, you've ruined our image, नाक कटवा दी, blah blah blah. My father, okay, my father पूरा ठंडा. He's like, I'll come home and I'll talk to her. And I'm like, dead. I'm dead, I'm gone, I'm gone, मैं जिंदा ही नहीं हूँ at this point. Whatever I'm sitting, this is not me. My soul has left my body. स्वर्ग नहीं गया, मेरा soul नहीं जा सकता, नर्क में गया है. My body is just sitting here. I am gone, I am dead, blah blah blah, right? So then I'm just sitting there. Also guys, explanation for the sellotape, मेरा ये eyeliner का part it broke, so I had to cover it with sellotape or else my eyeliner would dry out. Anyways, right, I am dead. At that moment I'm thinking I'm not alive. Why am I alive? Right, at that moment I'm like feeling rage, fury, scared, fear, every sad of me like staring at me from the terrace. But at that moment I'm like okay, my existence does not matter anymore, blah blah blah. At that point I'm like ठीक है, I apologize. That was my first क्या बोलते हैं strategy. Did not work. Okay, cannot emotionally blackmail my mother, because if I tell her like I will do this, I will do that, मैं मर जाऊंगी ये खा के, I will hang myself, my mother will like कर लेना, show it to me, show you can do it first and then I'll believe you. So that is not gonna work with my Mata Shri. Okay, so also I know I have eyeliner here, I'll fix that. So obviously that is not gonna work, so that is out of the question, so I cannot do that. And I'm have to another thing I cannot do is make perfect wing liners. So please excuse me if my wing is gonna be bad, which it is gonna be bad. So देखो, ये वाला eyeliner मोटा हो गया, ये वाला कितना सुंदर पतला है. But anyways, I'm not fat shaming my eyeliner, guys, I'm sorry. And I'm supposed to keep talking, but like I have to be really focused when I do my eyeliner. Anyways, right, so that strategy is not gonna work. I'm gonna die, मैं मर जाऊंगी, ये खा के मर जाऊंगी, blah 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 blah. Not gonna work with my mother. So then I start fighting. I'm like, you guys don't care about my mental health. मेरा mental health इतना बुरा है. My life is like this. I don't understand why you guys are like this. Like, you know, I don't get freedom. Blah 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 blah. My mother is sitting there like, you're like, हो गया, तेरा हो गया. And I'm like, and I'm just like, and she's like, हो गया तो बता दे, अलार्म सेट कर दूँ, कितनी देर लगेगा, तो मेरे को बोल दे, टाइमर सेट कर देते हो. And I'm like, and I'm just like trying to, at this point I'm just trying to revive myself, which I cannot. Okay, because at that point she's disappointed. She's like, स्कूल छुड़वा देंगे, ये करवा देंगे, वो करवा देंगे, blah 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 blah. My life is gone, destroyed. Okay, and ठीक है, fast forward, my mother is not talking to me. ठीक है, my mother is not talking to me. My father comes home. He's sitting and he's like, what are these pictures? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I will not do it again. He's just like, that I understand, but what are these pictures? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, he's like, I'm not asking for your apology, I'm asking what are these pictures? And I'm like, they're just, you know, pictures. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, oh, okay, that was maybe easy or whatever. Then he goes, by the way, तेरा स्कूल छुड़वा रहे हैं. And I'm like, he's like, हाँ, ये सब इन्फ्लुएंस तो तेरे वो घटिया स्कूल से आया है ना. I'm like, no. She's like, and he's like, explain, where did you get these influence? And I'm like, nobody did it by myself. And he's like, by yourself. Why would you do it by yourself? And I'm like, so at that point I'm like pura crying. My mother does not care, my father does not care, blah blah blah, right? Then after everything calms down a little, my mother calls my father to eat dinner. ठीक है, my mother calls, oh my god, my eyeliner is messed up, oh god. My mother calls my father to eat dinner and I'm like, this is my chance. Now I will find out who sent those screenshots to my mother. ठीक है, now we'll find it out. Oh, also, my mother said like, oh, you know, हमारा तो नाक कट गया, our whole family group chat has this. And I'm like, what? So yeah, spoiler alert, no family group chat has this. My mother was saying it to scare me, but I was like, what the hell, like genuinely what the hell, like brother, what? So then, right, so my parents go like for dinner and I'm just like sitting in the room and I'm like, who is this like absolutely disgusting person who literally was so desperate to bring me down, ठीक है, that she actually created a fake Insta account and somehow managed to sneak into my alt account. It's my Maasi, मेरी रांची वाली Maasi. she had sent the pictures to my mother and she had wrote, my nickname is Guinea. She's like, Guinea ke bolish nami पाठियाची. मतलब translation हो, Guinea को मत बोलना that I've sent these. Like, don't tell Guinea I've sent these. I only want good for her, blah blah blah. Like, बहन के पकौड़े. I see that Maasi, like, she never comes to Kolkata, and I plan on cursing the shit out of her the next time my mother hands me the phone with her on it. I don't care what she thinks of me. She is so freaking fake, I swear to God. She's tried to, पहले भी मेरी मम्मी को मेरे बारे में लगाने की कोशिश की. She's like, yeah, my son wakes up at 7 a.m. blah blah blah. Oh, Rudrani hangs out with guys. And my mother has been like, yeah, whatever, like, she's not really cared that much, right? She has always tried for me to get into trouble. Her son, let me start with her son, ठीक है. चंपू एक नंबर के चमेली का तेल लगा के स्कूल भेजती है उसको, ठीक है. कभी उससे कोई लड़की तो पटेगी नहीं. And he's gonna have an arranged marriage. She literally portrays her son like मेरा बच्चा Greek God Sant sadhu everything blah blah blah. Like, she's the type of mother who is like, who goes, I'm gonna marry my son one day. Like, ऐसी बेकार चुड़ैल types औरत है ना वो. I'm telling you. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I get so angry every time I think about this. So then everything is quiet. My mother is on the bed and I'm like crying side me. She does not care. She's scrolling through Facebook reels. And I call my best friend. Okay, I call my best friend. Like, at that point, so before I got my phone, I used to carry a Nokia keyboard. Wow. A keypad phone. And, my mother took my phone, obviously. And I was like really sad because I had something that I needed my phone for. Like, I wanted to click pictures, blah, blah, blah. So I called my best friend on my Nokia keypad. And I'm like, this is happening. My mother snatches the phone from me. She's like, wait a minute, I'll tell her what happened, right? So my mother takes the phone and she like tells her everything, and I cannot even talk to her because my mother is not letting me leave the room. He's like, क्या बात करनी है तेरे को, मैंने तो सब बोल दिया, तुझे और कुछ ऐड करना है एक्स्ट्रा, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे बैठ के ऐड कर, मैं देखती हूँ तो कैसे ऐड करती है. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my life? Next day I go to school, I ran to all my friends. I tell all my friends what happened, whatever, blah blah blah. And it takes a while for this to die down. I do get my phone back the next day. I get it back the next day. I archived most of those posts. Like, not most of them, like, to be honest, all of them. I had to archive them. So I don't have any more scandalous or whatever posts on my Insta anymore. But that for me was like, I think something that's the worst thing a relative has done to me. Oh wow, that's too okay. That's the worst thing a relative has done to me ever. Like, for me, I do have quite a lot of relative trauma. Like I said, I feel like every kid does have a relative trauma. But for me, this was like peak relative trauma. Like, for me, it was like, like, I think my mother didn't talk to me for days. My father was very disappointed. Like, I was practically on my knees, like, please mat school chhodwana mera, blah blah blah, and shit like that. And I was just like overall traumatized. But yeah, that's part 1 of my trauma dump series, where I'll trauma dump about a lot of shit. Started with a relative, started with one of the most recent trauma cases I've had. But yeah, this is gonna stick with me forever. And if I ever get a hold of that Maasi of mine, इतना बुरा सुना रही हूँ ना मैं उसको, मोटी कही की. I'm not fat phobic, by the way, ठीक है. I'm chubby myself, I'm not fat phobic, but मोटी कही की, ठीक है, ugly सा. I cannot swear here. Anyways, like, she's so ugly and she's so fat and she's so disgusting यार. Like, मेरे को इतना मन कर रहा है ना यहाँ पे उसको गाली देने का, but I cannot. So anyways guys, that's all. I hope this video reaches her, and if this does reach her, you are a disgusting person. Moti, ugly, keep forgetting I cannot swear here. मोटी अगली तेरे बेटे का कुछ नहीं होगा, उसी से तू उसको तेरे से ही शादी करनी पड़ेगी. कुछ नहीं होने वाला तेरा, तेरे हस्बैंड का, तेरे बेटे का. रांची में ही रहेगी तुम. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I don't know what I'm saying, okay, but I am really bad when it comes to insulting in Hindi. You tell me in Bangla, I'll insult anyone, but like I know I sound like a very loser types while giving these galis, or not galis, like insults or whatever, but like I hope you die. I hope your son gets nothing to, I don't wanna like be on the bad side of the internet. I hope you die. And I hope like you get such bad like something, I don't know, that people run away from you. I hope your face gets deformed. Disgusting, man. I hate relatives. But anyways, that was it. That was my trauma. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my trauma, and I'm gonna be back with another trauma video soon. Please subscribe and like. And I opened a new YouTube. Oh, God, I opened a new Instagram account for this YouTube channel, so make sure to go follow it. It's right over here. That's the name. Okay, that's the name of my Instagram account. It's only for you guys. I'm gonna post, I don't know, get ready with me is small like small rant sessions or whatever. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. Bye.